Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. Listen, we got some big time news, some breaking news. Look, USC had this scrimmage, and look, Lincoln Riley addressed it. He said there was some standouts, man. Zachariah Branch, Anthony Lucas, and Kyron Husdon were the standouts in this practice. We want to talk about it. Lincoln addressed several different areas of our team. We want to talk about that. Also, USC football team had a baller bash. That's what they call it, a baller bash. And look, they were after practice. They are swimming right now. They're moving and grooving. They're all over the place, man. Look, it's go time. Several recruits are here right now in town. And look, they are in the baller bash. So look, let's talk about it. Let's take a look at the information. USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Let's go. So we're going to get into everything that Lincoln Riley had to address today and how he addressed. And as you see here, they were in the Coli today. They were in the Coliseum. It was a beautiful day. They had a full scrimmage, man. Full scrimmage, it's 11th practice. And look, it was 85 play scrimmage. So it was 85 plays. And look, man, Lincoln addressed everything that happened today. So we want to talk about that. Let's talk about it. So the question was asked, Lincoln, how did the scrimmage go? I mean, what did you see out there? What's your thoughts on it? What are your biggest takeaways? And he says, you generally this is Lincoln's exact words. He said, you generally kind of how it went. The offense started pretty quickly, had a great first couple of drives. And then he said this is key right here. He said, the defense dominated the middle part of the scrimmage. He said, at one point, I think we had 6 or 7 straight series with no points. So look, man, I think this is very telling because one of the main concerns is that is USC going to have a defense that's going to be able to keep up and keep up with the offense and be able to have a balance on both sides. I mean, you want to have that balance on both sides. And so he said the defense dominated the middle part of the scrimmage. And at one point, he says, I think we had 6 or 7 straight series with no points. He said, and then we did a full overtime at the end. So let's move on to some other things that Lincoln addressed. Some of the standout guys. There were some standout guys that absolutely shine. The first guy we want to talk about is Anthony Lucus. We already knew. We did a defensive upgrade video on this guy. We did it. He was a 5-star out of Arizona. Look, went to Texas A&M. Today, he absolutely showed up and showed out. He had a big-time fumble recovery, went for a touchdown. And look, this guy seems to be improving by the day. We keep hearing the information. Lincoln Riley talked about it. Coach Sean Newell talked about it. Several people are talking about Anthony Lucas, and even Caleb Williams, what he had to say about Anthony Lucas, how he made a play that he had absolutely no idea how he was able to get over there. And look, today he shined once again in the scrimmage. Next guy was Kyron Husdon. Listen, modern day product. We already know what this guy could do. He did it last year. He showed up on various occasions last year. Man, look, he is absolutely a baller. And look, he showed up, showed out. This is one of the guys that Lincoln said stood out. He said Kyron Husdon, Anthony Lucas, and we're going to look at the next one. And the next one he talked about was this kid right here, man. You guys already know who he is. This is Zachariah Branch, man. The guy, you see him here, look like he's going against Jalen. And look, man, he's physically strong. He's not just a receiver that can catch the ball, that can go up, that can jump high. But when you talk about strength and body control, you look at this kid in the hands that he has, the firm grip that he has, to be able to maintain that. Man, Zach Branch is a problem. And look, Lincoln addressed it today. He said that Zach Branch, well, look, he was one of the guys that stood out today, man. And so just to kind of reiterate Lincoln's comments, we'll talk about that real quick. These guys really stood out. And so some of the other things that Lincoln Riley said was this, which is what we already know. We've been bringing this information to you. He said it's totally different from a scheme, knowledge standpoint, from a talent standpoint, especially in the front seven. You guys know in the front seven is where we want to know if this thing has really been addressed. He says, especially in the front seven, he says, we have more competition, more depth. Guys are really having to push. Guys know the system better. Certainly a long way from where we were. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts on this scrimmage, man. Look, it's go time. It's on and popping. It's on and cracking. Also, after practice, you see Anna Henson here. She tweets, perfect day for a baller bash. Excited to welcome the nation's top recruits. So these guys, these recruits, this is some more things that were going on. These top recruits were on campus, was able to see this practice, able to see the scrimmage. Then they had the baller bash immediately following the practice, man. So look, this was a successful day. I'm gonna give you I want to show you guys something from the baller bash here. All right, this is the baller bash. These guys were out there moving and grooving. You see them having a great time. And look, it's on the pop. It's on and cracking, man. These guys had the time of their life. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. USCJ continues to be on the case. You see the baller bash here. You see these guys enjoying themselves, man. Is it go time or is it go time? Is it on and popping or is it on and popping? Listen, I've been looking at different comments and there have been some doubters, man. Doubters. And look, USCJ has continued to be on the case and confirmed that to you guys that look, it's going to be an upgrade. We did the defensive upgrades. We told you what Anthony Lucus was going to do. He's already performing. We talked about Zack as well. And look, man, it is some guys are out there competing. They're performing. And you heard what Lincoln Riley said. He said this. He said this is the healthiest these guys have been all year long. So, man, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Hey, listen, it is go time. We will find out. We will find out this weekend what this thing is really all about with the spring game. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Fight on, fight on, fight on.